What's going on, everybody? It's Kings and Dreams back for a special Labor Day edition video. Gonna have a conversation today, man. You know, we're gonna talk. But first, just want to make sure
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Damn, Perk did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
All right, so definitely, man, we just want to have this conversation today, and I got a special guest with me, and we're just going to talk about things that we're seeing, especially in these spaces where men we're supposed to be coming together, whether we're talking about traveling, relationships, things of that sort, man. And without further ado, what's going on, my brother, Mr. Goodbread? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Kings, man? Salute to this chat. Salute to everybody, all the good breads that's in the building tonight. Salute to you guys, man. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for spending some of your time tonight.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. Yeah, so before we kind of get into it, let the people know who you are because I see some of my people in my chat don't know who you are, and just kind of explain who you are, where you come from, what made you start YouTube, things like that, man.
All right, no problem. Well, I'm originally from Harlem. Right now, I reside in the BX. So that's New York City, stand up, New York. My name is Mr. Goodbread, guys. Y'all go check me out. I am a I am the proof with truth. I'm the truth with proof, guys. That's what they call me over there at the School of Common Sense. So what got me into the channel is I always was in and around like helping my friends with their dating experience and their relationship. So one of my friends asked, he said, "Yo, you should look into making that a profession." Like, you know what I mean? This is around 2017. I mean, so I said, you know what? That don't sound like a bad idea because every time you look around, somebody coming to me with their problems, and at the time I was in a relationship, and it ain't a perfect relationship, but compared to what's around us, sheesh, it's damn near perfect. So we've been together for 17 years, me and my shorty, Mrs. Goodbrad. So a lot of people really they look to us and they look to me to be like, yo, son, give me some advice. How do you do it? How does that happen? How do you do that? So that's how that came about. I watched the video. I went to YouTube and I watched one AMS video and I got hooked. And it was so real. I ended up showing it to my girl, like, yo, look at this. Is this what's going on right now? And we started watching it together. Then we ended up watching Anthony Spade. And then it was like, wow, yo. So we know we wasn't bugging. The things we saw and the things we taught our peers, you know what I mean, or relayed to our peers off of what we seen through our relationship, we know that we're not crazy. Then we got it introduced to the red and the blue pill. Salute to your intro, man. That's a hell of an intro, man. I like that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, brother. So for those of you who don't understand the acronym AMS stands for Alpha Male Strategies. And so what you're saying is that you and your wife were giving out relationship advice before you actually started looking at manosphere content, and then the first like content creator that you saw in this space was Alpha Male Strategies, correct?
Yeah, yep. That's how
Okay,
that
yeah,
works.
yeah, all right. So I just kind of want to, drive everything home. And you said that you from Harlem, but you live in the Bronx, right? Yeah. So I'm actually born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm in Massachusetts now, but yes, I'm a Brooklyn guy. But it's all good, man. Shout out to Harlem.
BK,
Yes,
BK, stand
absolutely.
up.
Absolutely, man. So before I ask you some questions, let me just hop in the chat here because I think I see some of your people and some of my people are in here. My man Garden Scientist Kings, that's what's up, man. That's another one of my moderators, another one of my moderators, Tim Howard. Salute to you. Hit the like and all the
Tim, what up, Tim?
notification
I know
icons.
Tim. I'm
Yep,
familiar with Tim.
absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. And let's see here. Let me go back to the chat. XL Pro. Salute. I think that may be one of your guys.
Yeah, that's XL to the Pro. Salute XL Pro, good breads.
Absolutely. Uh yeah, my first original moderator, Felicia Jordan. Salute to you. Hello, welcome to Kings and Dreams channel. Please wipe your feet at the door. Yeah, man, definitely make sure that you like, share the video, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, definitely make sure that you guys subscribe and also subscribe to Mr. Goodbread's channel. You guys may not know him, but he's actually almost about 4K subscribers. So he's definitely getting he's getting popular. Vlog 85, man, what's up, brother? I appreciate you for coming through for sure. The Bell 5000, what's up, brother?
Good bread.
Douglas Anderson, Mr. Who, Mr. Good Bread, man. Definitely make sure that you guys look it up. If you guys either Felicia, Tim, or Garnet Scientist, can you guys drop a link to Mr. Goodbread's channel if you don't mind? Cello Myers, salute chat. Yeah, man, salute to you, brother. Salute to you,
D-Lo,
man.
stand up. Harlem in the building.
Bread Gang. Okay, that's what's up, man. Harlem stand up, man. All right. So are you uptown, downtown?
Yeah, I'm originally from 17th and Madison, 117th and Madison, East
Oh,
Side.
okay. All right. Let's get those likes up. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Yeah. So my man Tim Howard did drop it. My fault. Yeah. Definitely make sure that you guys subscribe. That's the link right there. YouTube, Mr. Goodbread Show. It's interestingly enough how he and I found each other. I think one of your people actually found me, and then we just clicked. So it was definitely all good, man. Bread Squad for sure. Salute, man. A Gamers World, salute to Kings and Felicia. Salute to Tim. Yeah, man. Yeah, before I get monetized, definitely make sure that show love on the Cash App. Cash App Kings and Dreams, man. Okay, so Mr. Goodbread, first question for you. So, you stated that when you came into the space, Alpha Male Strategies was kind of like the first video that you had seen, correct?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay. Now what made you what made you decide to take on doing this advice and continue on this path?
It's crazy because like everything in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my life, actually, 'cause we all have different paths, we all have different roads. It's like I always get pushed and edged to something. Like I be minding my business,
Mm-hmm.
king. I be minding my business, king, and then it just get brought to me, it get presented to me like this. This joint got presented to me, and I just acted on it in good faith. Like it started off as playing, bro. I was just playing. It wasn't even supposed to be this serious, but I saw the AMS video, like I said, and I'm like, wow. And then automatically the business and the entrepreneur side start to kick in. Like, wow, everything he's teaching these young men, that's me. That's
Right.
me in real life. Like, so it's like, so I could do that. Like, I could teach the people how to get their self-improvement up, how to get their self-development, their personal growth on. I could do that. And And that's what drove me too, really, guys, because I started watching from AMS. Like I said, I went to other 33 Secrets, went to a couple of channels, because now, once you know how YouTube algorithm is, you watch
Yeah.
one video, boy, they start telling you what you need to watch next.
Right. Absolutely.
So as they all start popping up, I'm looking like, wait a minute, these guys ain't even me. These guys ain't really alpha male. You know what I mean? They're not alpha. You know what I mean? But they teaching it, and so then I say, you know what? If you don't like something, you gotta do it yourself.
Right. So why would you say that the guys that are teaching that you were of the belief that you did not believe that they were alpha males?
It's because you can see it, like with this red pill space, the manosphere.
Mm-hmm.
According to the dating coach, you know what I mean, whatever the dating coach lacked, the God-given blessings that the dating coach lacked, then that's what he bashed. That's what that dating coach bashed. That dating coach teaches all his followers to, oh, you don't need that. So if, you get what I'm saying? So for instance, if you're dealing with a dating coach who's an ugly motherfucker, right? He's gonna tell you, looks don't matter. Looks don't matter. Get your money up. Get your money up. When in actuality, we know that it's the yin and the yang. You need all of that. You need to be well-rounded. You know what I mean? Not one is going to be higher than the rest, but you need to have all. But because that coach doesn't have the looks, he can only teach you how to get your money up and get women through getting your money up. You know what I mean? So just like, for instance, you got the guys that don't believe in passports. You got we're all red pill. We all understand that there's a problem out here, but instead of us addressing the problem, we'll sit there and mudsling at each other because I don't want to get a passport, or I don't see why a passport is needed. These guys see why a passport is needed. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's always something there to cause that divide and conquer in this red pill space. I saw that. I seen the loopholes. I saw all the bullshit. So I said, you know what? Rather than to criticize or get mad, I just go and do my own thing and teach it the right way.
Right. So it's interesting that you mentioned like the passport and dating coaches really kind of going at each other, because I actually made a video about that. I want to say maybe about a week or two ago, where I actually talk about where people are, how in the manosphere they're going at each other, right? And I put an example, like let's just say Tasha and Keisha don't like each other, right? Goodbread says something about Tasha. Keisha and Tasha gonna come at Mr. Goodbread together, even though they don't like each other, but they're gonna have each other back, right? So my whole thing is that why do Passport Bros dating coaches have to go at each other? Like, to me, it doesn't make sense, because like one of the things that are talked about in this space is being able to have resources, right? So if you're able to travel and go to all these different places, you got to be able to have your resources intact, right? So my thing is that, like, why are we getting at somebody who has their stuff together? That, to me, that doesn't make any sense. And even if we disagree, even if we vehemently disagree, why are we making it public? And that's one thing that I've noticed, especially with brothers. We tend to do that. We got to be the top dog. We got to be this. We got to be that. It's my way, or it's either my way or it's no way. Like, I think that dating coaches are needed. Passport Bros are needed. I have a passport. I talk about travel on my channel. I'm not a dating coach per se, but what I do is like men will hit me up on the side, and they'll explain situations, kind of like what you were saying, how you and your wife do, right? Like, people will give you an advice on a situation. Maybe a guy's been dating a woman for a while, or a woman been dating a guy, whatever the case is. Like, they'll reach out to me and I'll give them advice. So both parties are needed, especially now that a lot of the westernized cultures are starting to go outside of North America, United States and Canada. Like I travel a lot. Like I have a place I have an apartment in Medellin, Colombia, right? And so like there's Netflix, there's Hulu, there's all that stuff. So they seeing all the reality, the love of hip hops and all that stuff. And so like it's starting to get embedded in their culture too. So if I'm a dating coach, I would say, you know what? Why not take this on the road too? Pardon my long-winded response, but I just kind of wanted to break all that down, brother.
Nah, I agree with you. You sound passionate about what you say, man. So, you know what I mean? It's a fact though, guys. And that go back to, you gotta understand the black community, 80% of our brothers is emasculated. 80% of our brothers was raised by single mothers, bro. And that's their competitive nature. So it
Right.
trickles down. We got a lot of hell of a sons in our society. And yeah, you know what I mean? We call it out, unlike the women who don't call each other's bullshit out. You know what I mean? Like you said, they're gonna work together through thick and thin. You know what I mean? And us, unfortunately, us men, we call each other out on their bullshit. But we do gotta stop and we gotta worry about ourselves more. You know what I mean? When you look over your shoulder at your other brother's plate, you gotta look at it if he got enough and not what he actually got on his plate, especially if you're not trying to help him out. And that's where it's a crab in a barrel mentality. And like I said, it's because the majority of dudes in this space is still raised by a single mother or a simp ass father. You know what I mean? So you can't expect nothing. You can't expect nothing else. I
Right.
don't even expect nothing. As soon as a dude open their mouth nowadays, I already know, like, oh, he ain't got no dad.
Right. I feel you. I feel you, man. Let me just get back into some of these comments here. I just want to make sure that I'm getting to everybody here. Shout out to Learn to Travel TV. He says shout out to AMS. He changed many lives. Tim Howard. Anthony Spade was one of the first I watched in these spaces. Interestingly enough, man, I want to say I can't remember who was like the first person. But I caught Kevin Samuels. I may rest in peace. I caught him early. I caught Kevin like 2016, 2017. So I caught him early, like before like he blew up and all that. So I caught him early. Trying to think who else. Um, Rolo Tomasi, I caught too. Caught him too. Trying to remember
Steve,
some other names, but as
Steve,
you
Steve,
mentioned,
Steve the Dean Williams.
yes, yeah, yes, yeah, because like what you said, right? Like when you catch one, and then it's just basically like a whirlwind, right? Because you're like, all right, well, this person got something to say, and then you're like, oh, you know what? This is the truth, and then you see something that's recommended, and then like you just watching and watching, and it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like I'm catching all that.
That's a fact.
Um, Word. All right. Okay, let's talk about it. Shout out to you, man. Like the video. My man, Global Paper, Brazil or Die. Models and bottles for life. Versus King. I got you. I see you. That's my man, Global Paper. Shout out to Kings for making this possible. Yo, man, I definitely appreciate you. Appreciate you, man.
Salute to the OK Izzy, OKL. What's going on, my guy?
All right, yeah, no doubt, man. Khalil Dowry, looks don't matter. Look at these weird looking African dudes in ATL with bad chicks. Yeah, no, I think no. See, I think what and Mr. Goodbird, I don't want to
Now
speak for you,
you
but
got it. You know exactly what I meant.
yeah, so I think what he was trying to say was that like this coaches that will say like looks don't matter at all and try to take that out of the equation. And what he's saying is that everything matters in the equation.
Right, right. Because if you look at those African men, African dudes in Atlanta with the bad chicks, I bet you they're paying for those bad chicks. Those bad chicks are not the submissive, virtuous women that we would want to deal with. The guys with looks. We don't want to deal with those women. You see how it always balance it out? Everything is God balance. God balances everything out for us. So, you know what I mean? That's how that's going to work. So, yeah, you'll see, oh, he got a pretty girl, but, bro, that's all you seeing is the look on the outside. You don't know what he sacrificed for that female, bro. And it might be something you don't want to sacrifice. So you see why looks matter. Looks matter, bro. Looks matter. Because it'll cost you less on the back end to sacrifice. If you have the look, the right look, and the right female, you vetted the right female and she likes your look, you ain't gonna have to do nearly as much as you're gonna have to do if you get a female that is just tolerating your look. So looks matter, bro.
That's a great point. That's a great point. I like how you said that where a woman likes you as opposed to tolerating you.
Yes.
And there is a big difference because some dudes will get with a female and the female is just tolerating him because typically because of maybe he might have an exorbitant amount of resources, right? You know, but the thing is that like when a woman truly likes you and she's giving you like that validation, there is a difference. There is a big difference with that. Okay, let's talk about it. Great point, Kings. Salute, man. XL Pro, exactly. Um, yeah, man. Definitely connect with me, Kings and Dreams, on Instagram. It's same way as it's spelled on the bottom left of your screen. So you definitely can make sure that you follow me on Instagram and subscribe to the channel here, man. Hit the like button. Yeah, man. Cash App is Kings and Dreams as well. Oh, shout out to Tim Howard. I appreciate the Cash App, brother. I seen that, man. So salute to you. Uh, The Gamers World salute to Global Paper. All right, so Khalil Dollery says your resources don't have to be intact. Uh, PPB is starving themselves in America just to buy. Oh, Passport Brothers. Passport Brothers is starving themselves in America just to buy booty in Latin America. Yeah, see, that's an outlier statement though, because like, am I sure there's probably some brothers that's probably doing that? Maybe, but usually most brothers who travel and travel consistently have the resources to do it. So
See,
that's an outlier right there.
one of the downsides to Kevin blowing up was he made it mainstream. He made red pill mainstream, so it's no secret now. So now everything is trending. So now you got people that do not do the work, that did not do the work on themselves, but they find it cool to call women out on their bad behavior now in public or on social media. But in public, these guys still buying into the consumerism. These guys still got OnlyFans accounts. These guys still simping. You know what I mean? So it's cool to talk crazy online now about this. It's cool to bash each other. This is what I say. Like what I see online, man. I see the war between the Chads and Tyrones and the Pookie and Ray Rays, but they both beta males. Chad and
Mhm.
Tyrone is a beta. Pookie and Ray Ray is a beta. You know what I mean? They both emotional men. One is educated and one is not. You know what I
Right.
mean? But that don't mean that they made the covet what they created to become that alpha, to have that alpha energy. So it's just stupid to me, man. It's just stupid. We need to tribe up. We need to work together, man. But again, a hell of a mother put a hell of a sprinkle on us through a generational curse. So you run into an envious, jealous man before you run into a brother that's willing to open-heartedly help you with no strings attached. And it's just sad, bro. Like I said, 8 out of 10 brothers you run into, 8 out of 10 women you run into is a piece of shit.
You know what? That's very true. That's very true. You know, and there are a lot of there are like most men, especially in nowadays society, they are afraid to fully embrace their masculinity, and so what ends up happening is like they'll end up pandering or things of that sort. Now I'm not sure if you're familiar with this young brother. He's blowing up on YouTube because he's talking about traveling and things of that sort. His name is Austin Holloman, right? And the young brother is only 23 years old. And one of the reasons why I mentioned him is because a lot of older brothers in the space are coming at him, and with their, they're coming at him, and they're basically trying to poke holes in his talking points. And and the thing about it is that he's only 23 years old, and some of these people that are coming at him are old enough to be his father. So it's like, and he's blowing up.
And that's
So
I deal with that. I deal with that a lot too. I deal with that a lot too. Like, and it's sad, but this is gonna always be like this in the black community, yo. The old heads want to die with the torch. The old fuckers want to die with the torch, yo. And it's sad because if we get behind the young guard, the 23-year-old, and instill in him what we know, all the knowledge we know, that brother right there could be the one to get us back to the land, get the land back for us. But people don't think like that, because people want you to do good, just not better than them.
right,
It's a crab in a barrel mentality, man. It's a part of that system, like, you know what I mean. But then we'll be quick to blame the white supremacy for shit. That's my other strongest talking point. Like how we love blaming white supremacy for shit that our hell of a mother implemented in us. And I can't rock with that, because you know what I mean. You got the divide between the brothers with that. You got some brothers that, like myself, that don't believe that we victims, and then you got the fake pro-black guys that believe that we're victims. They don't want to blame they hell of a mother. So instead of blaming her, they blame the white man.
no, you know what? That's an excellent point. There is a lack of self accountability amongst our people, right? And so the thing about it is that now what I will say is that do we get a fair shake? I don't think we're ever going to get a fair shake, but we need to look beyond that, though. We need to look beyond that and stop, stop using that as a crutch to complain. And we just, we just got to know that, listen, we got to do the work. We got to do harder. I mean, we got to work harder. Pardon me. We got to work harder. And that's that. Instead of just sitting there on the sidelines, just saying, like basically just saying, oh man, the white man holding us down, and this, that, and the other. Like, nah, man, do the work. Got to do the work.
Do the
Whatever it
work.
is, yeah, whatever, whatever it is, do the work. You got to do the work.
It's
Um,
nowhere. It's nowhere around the work, man. At the end of the day, those of y'all that don't know, over there at my channel, what I do is I tie in the biblical red pill, because red pill is the Bible, guys. Let's face it. This red pill stuff is the Bible. People don't tell you. Your dating coach don't tell you that, because it's not the trend to mention the Bible, because the way our black churches fucked that book up. They done got everybody sour and salty on that book. So now that's just to tear us from that book. But to keep it a buck with you guys, I bring it to life. I bring our basic instructions. That's our black history book, guys. We have no black history. Our only black history is in that Bible. So I bring that to life over there on the channel, guys. I pick stories out of that thing and use them as the template to what's going on in our actual society today. Because this a good versus evil war. This ain't got shit to do with color, race. This a good versus evil war. If anything, this is rich versus poor. You know what I mean? It ain't got shit to do with no white supremacy, and you know what I mean? Yeah, that plays a part. So I'm not saying that that's not a part. It plays a part. But like I always tell my guys, us as black men in America, we're 7 feet giants, bro. We just don't know it. A lot of us don't know it. We haven't been taught to praise ourselves. We've been taught to praise our hell of a mother.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But we are 7 feet giants, drowning in a 2 feet pool.
Right.
Laying on our back, drowning in a 2 feet pool, when all we got to do is stand the fuck up, guys. That's all.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to you, XL Pro. Salute to the traveling brothers. And I saw that you followed me on Instagram. I followed you back. Tim Howard saying true. Omar Suarez, salute King. Where Men's Lux magazine? Salute to you, man. Salute to you, Army. Salute. Um, Minister Jap was the first still, then the algorithm, probably. DMR, what's going on, King? Salute to you, man. Again, definitely make sure that you subscribe to Mr. Goodbread's channel. Hit that notification. Definitely for sure, man. And you know what? When you talk about the Bible, you basically say that the manosphere content is based on the Bible. I would say it's based on any book that has to deal with religion, because it could be the Quran, the Bible, things of that, both things, right? And so I basically what I believe is that book, or those books rather, teach us structure, and we are just iterating the structure, because nowadays things have not been structured, right? Because you have modern day feminism where women will say that they want to be treated as equal, but it's just not true, right? So I was having a conversation with a woman that I consider just a friend, and like I've known her for years, not attracted to her, never did nothing, right? Just not attracted to her. And so she was kind of on this feminist tip of and I said, okay, so if your car breaks down, so I said, if your car breaks down, would you want Belinda or Barry to show up? You know, if your toilet gets clogged, would you want Lisa or would you want Larry? Right? And so when I'm asking her these questions, and so like she knew what I was getting at, but she started to kind of defend. But I'm like, if you brought your car to the mechanic and you had Susan versus Samuel, like you're gonna raise an eyebrow a little bit, because you're not expecting to see Susan, right? And that's like if your house is on fire and you live on the seventh, eighth floor, and the elevator is completely shut down. Like, do you now? Am I saying that a woman can't make it up them flight of stairs? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying though is that it is more likely that a man will be able to get up those stairs faster, and that's not to discredit a woman. That's not. But we need to live in the reality of what is and what isn't.
True, true, true. I agree. You know what's crazy also, man? See, when women get when I have conversations with women and they start talking that fly stupid shit, I just go straight to the end all be alls and I ask them, are you Lilith or are you a Eve? You know what I mean? Because that's what it come down to. And you'd be surprised how many women who don't know the Lilith story, who don't know who Lilith is, who don't know that Lilith was Adam's first wife. You know what I mean? And that lady ran off and cursed God and ran off and divested. The same thing that's going on in this manifest space now when we see the women like Cynthia G who talk that fly shit and they, oh, I'm gonna go swirl, I'm gonna go be a swirl, I'm gonna divest. That was already written in the Bible. That was, you know what I mean? That was already in our plan, in the plan. So that's that Lilith shit right there. Also, when it comes to these babies and how many babies they kill, you know what I mean? That shit was already written in the Bible too. So, you know what I mean? This is why the church stay away from, they refrain from really doing God's work. Because if they did do God's work, the people would know this information, this knowledge. You know what I mean? For those of you that don't know, Lilith was Adam's first wife. This wife was the one that was made from the clay, the dirt, whatever floats your boat. You know what I mean? I'm not here to to change your religion. Whatever you believe in, that's cool. That's fine. This is the story though. This is the facts. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to say they was made out of, the dirt, clay, whatever, they was made out of the same material. And because they was made out of the same material, Lilith saw that she did not have to be submissive to Adam. So she did not want to be on the bottom during sex. So she only wanted to be on top. She wanted to be in a dominant position over Adam. Adam refused to do that. He didn't like that. So Adam told God, God sent 3 angels after Lilith because Lilith refused and it said, fuck you, God, and ran off, ran to the Red Sea. She divested to the Red Sea. God sent 3 angels after this woman. The story sound familiar, guys, right? Sound like Modern Woman, right? I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Exactly, right? So God sends 3 angels after this woman. You know what I mean? The fucking simp angels makes a deal with this woman because of her beauty, bro, and influence. So their deal was they will protect any of the alphabet kids, any of the alphabet community kids that
Mhm.
she gave birth to, and have an emblem on. You know what I mean? An emblem on their neck. That's how they'll know the difference. And they let her go. And that's how the story goes. To this day, God is still looking for that spirit. So if you like to deal with these modern women Liliths and you get caught up with one and you wondering why your life ain't going too good, too great, you don't know, you can't recognize who you are when you look in the mirror ever since you started messing with her, just know that you inherited a bad spirit, girl. Because God's still looking for that female. So you can't have good luck messing with, sleeping, laying down with women like that. You know what I mean? But you see, our red pill space, they so stupid that they only could teach from a Eve ate the apple, Eve ate the apple. You can't teach it as if Eve ate the apple because Adam was supposed to be ruler over her. So Eve is actually that girl that we wanna look for. Eve is the black woman that we want. We want the Eve. She's naive. She got convinced, but she owned up. She was accountable. Yes, Eve ate the apple, but when God came down and asked Adam what happened, Adam ain't have an answer. He tried to throw her under the bus. When God asked her, she had answers and she was accountable. Went on to live the rest of rest of the life in the Bible. You ain't heard nothing from her. Boom. But that woman Lilith, he's still looking for. You know what I mean? So those of you that didn't know the story, that's the story right there. Remember where you heard it first. Get on over to the School of Common Sense. It go deep, guys. This rabbit hole goes deep. Like I told you, it's good versus evil. That's the gender war, guys.
All right, definitely, man. Yeah, for those of you who don't know that Lilith story, I would definitely say look that up, man. Definitely look that up.
Definitely. You could go to my channel. Salute to Mr. Palmer, too. I want to say a big shout out to Mr. Palmer. Fuck child support. We did a collab video on that. Who was the first modern woman? Who was the first baby mother terrorist? You know what I mean? So that video is on my channel, guys. It's doing real well, too. So you can go check that out.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see here. So Khalil says, good point. TSG Uncut, that's my man. What's going on? Yeah. XL Pro, I followed you back, brother. Facts, men need to do the work whether you go overseas or stay in the States. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Um, yeah, that absolutely. I completely agree. Yeah, like it meant men, we definitely have to hold each other accountable and continue to do the work. Cello Myers, appreciate you. Facts. Tim Howard, facts. I've seen Austin's show. Okay. They're talking to each other here. Austin Holloman got more common sense than a lot of these old heads. Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to him, man. That's my guy. And that work harder talk is BS when the white man don't work hard at all. See, Khalil, check this out, man. And so the thing about it is that they put themselves in a position to where they work smarter. What we're talking about is us coming together to put ourselves in a position to where we can work smarter. But we can't work smarter if we're always taking digs at each other and going at each other? And this is one of the things that Mr. Goodburn mentioned, and why I mentioned Austin Holloman when I was mentioning that the older brothers are getting at him, and they're old. Some of these men are old enough to be his father. Pull him to the side and have a conversation and say, hey, you know what, young brother, I checked out your channel, and and these are some of the things that you're saying. Let's talk about it. As opposed to putting some some thumbnail or whatever, and then now you talking about them for entertainment. And I mentioned that on my live. So if you check out my live, it's about 30 minutes or so. I did it like about a week or two ago, and I actually speak about this. So what we're all talking about,
Yo,
we're
hold
talking
on.
about a position to
Can
where
I
we
address that too? That work harder stuff is never nothing BS about work harder, my guy. I'm gonna tell you the feeling that you feeling probably. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna try to be no mind reader. But normally when black men say that the hard work is BS, it's because you using the wrong tools. Whatever you working on, whatever you working at, you using the wrong tools because you lack education. You know what I mean? It's not the white man, bro. The white man don't make us hate on each other, bro. The white man did not program us for hate. You know what I mean? That was our hell of a mother. You know what I mean? A lot of the things we blame this white man on, because honestly, tell the truth, the white man ain't do nothing to us for about 70 years now. The white man haven't done nothing to us for about 70 years now. The white man may have used one of our brothers, who then in return, our brothers have done something to us and they benefited along with the white man. But directly, the white man haven't done nothing. Don't fall for this victim mentality. That's why I say we 7 feet giants in America. All you gotta do is stand up, bro. If you feel hard work is not getting you anywhere, it's because you lack tools that you need to finish the project. You know what I mean, guys? Hard work ain't everything. You got remember, hard work is a 3-step process, but you can't avoid it because we would sit down here. The fact that we didn't control our bitch, Eve, we didn't control her, so she bit that apple, and our punishment is to come down here and work till our hands bleed, bro. And those guys that's down here putting in the 60, 65, 70 hours a week, those guys, ask those guys if they feel like, those guys don't feel like victims. Those guys don't talk about the white man. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. You got to be working. You got to work your ass off.
So, you said that hard work is a 3-step process. Can you expound on those 3 steps if you don't mind?
Definitely. Hard work is a 3-step process because you got to have the right tools, meaning you have to educate yourself. You know what I mean? You got to educate yourself. First, you got to have the plan. You got to know why it is you're doing something. You know what I mean? If you want to get money, if you want to get rich, first know why it is you want to be rich. You know what I mean? If you want to get a girl, first know why it is you want to have a girl. You know what I mean? If you want to get a passport, anything it is that you want to do in this world, first realistically think about why do you want to do that. Now, second step to that is educate yourself. You put 10,000 hours in any field, you don't need this stupid ass degree that they got people going to college to get. You know what I mean? You put 10,000 hours in anything, you going to become a master at it. You know what I mean? So you got your plan, your research, and then you put it into play. You know what I mean? You learn before you earn. You learn, then remove the L, guys. And that's plain and simple. That's hard work. So if you're working too hard, you obviously using the wrong tools, doing something dumb.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, for sure, man. My brother Tom to retire. Salute, brothers. Yeah, man. My brother Tom to retire. I'm definitely gonna be having him on the channel soon. We are gonna be talking about veterans purchasing property overseas, man. All right, let's see. Tim Howard. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, man, for sure. Definitely show me love, man. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, man. Help your brother get to 1,000. All right, so Tim Howard says Cynthia G was once pro-black, supported black men, and was against swirling. It happens. It happens, man. Yeah, definitely make sure that you hit that like button. Hold on. I'm just trying to catch up to everybody. All right, Tim Howard says Adam was the first simp.
See, Tim, I don't think Adam was a simp. He was a beta male. He definitely was a beta male. I mean, but I don't think he was a simp. He not a simp like how Samson was a simp. Samson a simp. Adam was just a beta male, and there's a difference, guys. You know what I mean? There's guys that's not good with women, or they're just not women's cup of tea, but they're not simping on those women. They're not chasing those women. They're just not good with women. And then you have those simps. You have those nasty, dirty, dingy, mingy simps that know better. Some of them niggas is red pill. You know what I mean? So you see the difference? Where a beta male who's more blue pill, he don't even know. You know what I mean? But then you got a simp who know what's going on, but a simp trying to cheat the system. A simp trying to cheat the system. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay, so let me all right, so let me just break that down. So basically what you're saying is that the beta male blue pill guy, those guys typically just don't know any better. And then you have the sips that are RP aware, but they're trying to jump the line.
yes. That's what
I,
it's about.
I
Yeah.
got you. Okay. That actually makes sense.
hmm
Shout out to Mr. Palmer, Couch Gang.
Couch gang, couch gang.
My man Los in the building, brother. What's going on, man? What is going on? TSG Uncut. I think Austin has common sense and learning some red pill game early, but I don't like that he got that tattoo with the seal of this country on his arm, if that's true. Yeah, he did get the I didn't see if it had seal of yeah, I got to look at the tattoo again, but he does have a tattoo basically talking about westernized men as far as travel. So that tattoo is legit. Work smarter. Yep. Let's see here. Yes, the white man has privilege, but if we wait on them to change or help us, then we will stay where we're at. Yeah, and I think well, no, I know that's what I'm saying, and I believe that that is what Mr. Goodbread is saying as well.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it. We, the white man and women, only have as much privilege as we give them. When we let our mind go to having to worshiping these folks and
Mhm.
thinking they're better than us, then we give them the power. Same way we give the coochie the power. When I say we, I'm just talking as a whole, man as a whole. You know what I mean? Because coochie wouldn't be this powerful, wouldn't be running the world, wouldn't be making the rules if man, who is the Con Edison, didn't just give the women the power. You know what I mean? So it's the same blueprint, guys. It's the same blueprint. Same blueprint. Don't just I tell people this, right? This hate shit, right? Because that's all it is. It's hate. Hating is a feeling. A feeling is an emotion. You
Mhm.
got to be emotionally mature to win. As long as you stay emotionally immature, you're gonna lose. And you're gonna be feeling like a victim, and you're gonna be feeling like this person got an advantage. And we all have an advantage, bro. It's called the Constitution and the Bible. Now, however you flip those to make them to build leverage for yourself, it's on you. You know what I mean? If white people had such a privilege, then they wouldn't have no prostitutes. They wouldn't have no shootings. They wouldn't have none of the shit that we have in our slums. You know what I mean? Think about it, guys. Poor people, rich people have privilege. It's rich people privilege. Poor people don't have privilege. So
Right.
that's why I tell you, make yourself worth, make yourself a value, and you will not be feeling like a victim. I'm
Right.
telling you guys, I'm telling you, rich black folks, successful black folks, don't talk that white man shit, bro. We don't. We don't talk that. We talk that, our fucking mother. We talk that generational curse shit, but we don't talk that white man shit.
Let's see. Um, yeah, definitely make sure that you hit my Cash App, Kings and Dreams. Definitely show support. I agree with what he's saying about understanding what you are doing. We must have a purpose and a plan. Yeah, we always got to have a plan, understand what the plan is, and execute it. Let's learn Spanish TV. My brother, what's going on, Domain? Not always correct. You need to disagree for some things. I
Yeah,
agree with
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. The most agreeable people are the brokers. You know what I mean? The most agreeable people in this world are the brokers. You gotta disagree. You gotta disagree. But you got don't go in blindly though. Have your facts, have what you disagreeing with correct, because you'll be blocking the information. You'll be blocking the tool that you may need to stop working hard. See how that works? We
Right.
good for that too. We don't we one of the races that don't like to ask for help, and we don't like to listen to motherfuckers. We think we know everything.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. So Tim Howard has a quote here. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you that if any would not work, neither should he eat. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep, I agree. Yep, absolutely. Well, it's not even I agree. It's what it is. Yeah, man. Shout out to my brother TSG. Definitely make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel, the Sensational Gent TSG Uncut. Man, my brother and I, we are gonna be live tomorrow on we're gonna be guest on a panel tomorrow on my man Reese's show with some dating coaches. So we're gonna see how interesting that gets. Your focus becomes reality. XL Probe, yes, very, 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 very true. Agree. Beta male. Dude said that the last 70 years, the white man hasn't done anything to us. Dude is delusional. He must not have heard of Jim Crow laws. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to necessarily like stick on that. I mean, if you want to respond to that, cool. But I don't want to like continue to stick on that.
Yeah, yeah, nah. I mean, I just say one more thing. I just say one last thing, bro. Um, the fact that we choose whack women to sleep with and bust and shoot the club up with, white supremacy told us to do that. The white supremacy told us to shoot the club up with a stink ratchet baby mother who took us to child support, got us financially fucked up. Is that because think about it. You know what I mean? I'm an advocate for fuck child support too. You know what I mean? I'm an advocate. This is a lot of our problem. This is a lot of black man problem here. And this ain't white supremacy. This is a black BMT. This is the generational curse. You know what I mean? So we not always gonna agree on everything. As brothers, we don't have to agree on everything. You know what I mean? But as long as our goal is the same, then it's whatever. But like I said, I know again, I'm more from north. I've been in New York majority of my life. In New York, the white guys say, "Hi, how you doing?" real quick. I mean, ain't no nooses hanging from the trees. So it's just a different vibe. Now I know my southern boys, yeah, it might be different. Y'all might get a chance to ride past some houses that remind y'all of slave plantations. But in New York, it's just not like that. So that's why we're not gonna see eye to eye when it comes to that. You know what I mean? At
Right.
all.
No,
Because the first documented slave owner was a black man, guys. Go look it up. So, you know what I mean? First documented American slave owner is a black man. Go do the research.
absolutely. I agree. If these men weren't sipping so hard, modern women would have to change their behaviors.
Right. And
I definitely agree with that one, man. And again, definitely make sure that you subscribe to the channel, Kings and Dreams. Definitely make sure that you subscribe. I'm on my way to 1,000 subs, man. Hold your brother down. A Pathfinder eating on Earth. I've been traveling overseas since I was 21. What is a simp? What is a red pill, a blue pill? I don't relate. Wow. All right.
uh,
Let my guest take a stab at it, and then so I'm gonna put you on with that one, and then I will follow up. Go ahead, man.
all right. So which one you want to know first? He said, "What is a
Well,
simp?
yeah.
A simp is a guy who invests in mediocre coochie. what I mean by mediocre coochie, right? The acronym, the SIMP stands for somebody that invests in mediocre pussy. You know what I mean? But what a real simp is somebody that chases a woman that don't want him. You know what I mean? Or a woman that want to use him. You know what I mean? That's a simp. A simp is somebody that, you know how they say the money is the root of all evil? Nah, with a simp, coochie is the root of all evil. Like he idolizes coochie before he idolizes his God and himself. That's a simp.
Right. Yeah. I would say that for simp it could be a man or a woman, but mostly it's referred to by men, and kind of what Mr. Goodbread was saying, where a man is over validating, um, getting romantically involved with the woman, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean like her, like him hooking up with her is whack, but what he's giving up is whack. Like if he is just giving up all of his time, giving up all of his resources, and she's not respecting him for it, and he's just showing a lack of respect for himself.
Fact. Yo, you know what? Check it. Do you one better? If I give King a olive branch, right? King give me an olive branch back, right? So then I give King an olive branch. King don't give me an olive branch back. I take it upon myself to give King another olive branch. King takes my olive branch and doesn't give me an olive branch back. Now I goes and give King another olive branch. I am simping now. I am simping now. Do you get that? That's the easiest way I could put it. You know what I mean? It's always supposed to be you give, you take. You give, you take. You give, you take. Whenever you give, and ain't getting nothing back, you're simping. And that could be done on your girlfriend, your kids, your mother, your sister. It doesn't matter. Your friends, because guys simp on each other all day too. They got this.
Oh man, I don't know what happened to Mr. Good.
Calls me.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my bad. Somebody tried to call me just now. No, and they know that I'm live though, man. Hold on, let me try to. All right, that should be good. We should be lit now.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right, and so do you want to break down your what you think that the red pill and the blue pill is? Because unless you want me to go first, I can go first.
Yeah, you got this, man. The intro says it all, guys. Play the intro back.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Pathfinder seen the intro, but basically, what the red pill is just understanding the reality of some people will say female nature. I'm gonna say human nature. The reason why is because understanding your nature as a man and understanding woman's nature as well. So the thing is that when people try to explain the red pill and they try to explain it just in understanding the female nature, I that is true, but I think that that's partially true. You have to understand the male nature as well, because there's a good portion of us that were not taught as men that we that like no one is coming to save us. We have to continue to be the best versions of ourselves. We have to become. Usually, what it is that um, usually what it is that men we are chosen because what we can do in our future, and we pick on woman based on what she's done in the past.
Mm. Bars. Bars.
Right. So, Pathfinder, if you need any more explanation, man, just hit me on the side, and then we'll have a conversation. We are about 1 hour in. So I wanna try to close up shop within like the next 10-15 minutes here. But okay, so TSG Uncut, I agree with the war between rich and poor. Absolutely, I completely agree with that. And I just want to say something really quick. I was watching I was watching like one of those shorts, and I forget this brother's name. But he's actually a black brother, and like, and he was watching like these rich people, and they were saying like a rich man that could be in Nigeria, or a rich man that's in Australia, right? One is black, one is white. Like, they don't care about how each other looks as far as skill wise. They want to know, can we make money together? And so the purpose of the video was saying that it's usually the poorest people that focus on the color. The rich people don't care about that. And I would tend to believe that's true for the most part.
That's a fact. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying for the most
Get those
part right
likes.
there.
Yep. Fellow Myers, yeah, absolutely. Oh, Raise, shout out to my brother Razor Raise. He said he just subscribed to you, Mr. Goodbread. Yeah, man.
Thank you,
Definitely
bro.
make sure that you guys subscribe to Razor Raise channel. Razor Raise, that's my brother. He actually is from Brooklyn. He's still in Brooklyn right now, man. All right.
Yeah, I
Forget
gotta
child
look at it too.
support, couch
Um,
gang.
the poor companies. I mean, the poor people just poor because they lack knowledge, man. They lack knowledge. They refuse the knowledge, man. They refuse the knowledge. They hell bent on this victim mindset, bro. And they just
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. I get it. Quid pro quo. Something for something. Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. My brother, Chapapa TV. Good evening, chat. What's up with you, brother? What's up with you, man? Life in Haiti with Marie. What's going on, my sister? Thank you for tuning in. I definitely appreciate you. Hey
you know
Chapapa, man. Hey Chapapa, we gotta get that we gotta get that live going, man. We gotta get that live going. And Marie, I'm gonna have Marie Life in Haiti with Marie on my channel in a few weeks, and I can't wait for that one. That one's gonna be a special one, man. Special one.
yeah,
XL Pro. Sorry, my fault. What'd you say, brother?
you know why you know another reason why I refuse to believe this white privilege shit is because, right, we know this, right? A bunch of us black folks, we know, right? We know it's white privilege. But think about it, yo. We we buy from the white people. We buy from this white privilege. We buy from this white man that we buy from the people that we say we don't like with money we don't have to impress people we don't even know.
Say
You know what I mean? So
that
miss
again.
me with that. Miss
Say
me
that
with it.
again, man.
Miss. We buy from people we don't like with money we don't have to impress fuckers we do not know, but we want to blame the white man for that.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um Yeah, I think Khalil is from New York. Yeah, Khalil is from Brooklyn, and I know sometimes Khalil be trolling, man. So that's why I'm kind of skipping some of your comments because Khalil, he likes controversy, man. But that's my dude right there. Y'all gotta understand the culture. These guys, they talk they ish. That's what they do. Don't take it personal. Nah, man, never personal. But the thing is, sometimes my guests don't know and they might feel away. So that's why I'm like, all
Now,
right,
see, we emotionally intelligent over there at the Good Bread School. We understand what allowing people access to your emotions and feelings could do. They'll
right.
take all your money. Once I get you to hate, or once I get you to get high in your feelings, I'm going to take all your money. So we know. So don't worry about it. We good. Great conversation.
Absolutely. Garden scientist, you right. Yep, I know. Shout out to my man Wear Men's Luck magazine. Yeah, man, and man, I got something going with Wear Men's Luck magazine. Man, I can't wait for that to happen. You guys definitely got to check him out on Instagram. Good brother, man. Um, I've learned from my experience that poor is this. Okay, pointing at the mind versus. Yep, I got it, brother. I got it. Yep.
That's it. And that see, a lot of people get offended when you hear this word poor, poor, poor. People start to think, I'm not poor. You are poor, but we're majority talking about the mentality, the mindset. Because it's a
Right.
knowledge. Knowledge is the wealth. Knowledge is the new wealth nowadays, guys.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the thing about it is right. Like when Kevin Samuels would talk about high value men, and some of the people would, they would say like, oh, well, the baby got money, or, this person got money. And it's like, yes, that's a high earner, but that's not high value. And there is a big difference
Big
because
difference.
because the thing about it is that, right? Like, let's say Goodbread and I, we each have $500,000, right? And another person has 500,000. No, I'm sorry, another person has $2 million. But this person that has $2 million, they're not educated, they're spending their money on the wrong things. They're spending their money on cars, which devalue the minute you drive it off the lot. Mr. Goodbread and I, we're actually buying property, we're buying houses, and those things up in value. But the
Right.
guy is buying Bentleys. He's buying, he's like, I want foreign, right? He's buying all that stuff. And he's got $2 million. Hey, you got $2 million? Hey, listen, man, go ahead, do what you got to do. But the thing about it is that you're poor in your mindset because you're buying things that will devalue.
That's fact. That's
Yeah,
fact.
so that's what we're saying. And then uh um I bet if you were white, you would still be in corporate America. You know what? You are probably right, but the thing about it is that as I mentioned, like I didn't want to be like I really didn't want to be in corporate America anymore, and I didn't know how to cut that cord because the thing about it is that like I wanted to leave, I just didn't know how to leave, and it gave me an opportunity. Now was it messed up how it happened? Sure, but the thing about it is that I have not been more happier and felt more healthy, in a long time, brother. But I get what you're saying. Knowledge is infinite. We all have room to learn. All right. Yes. Great comment. All right, man. So we're about a minute and 10 minutes in. He said, point proven. Absolutely.
Thank
Uh,
you, bro.
Cello Myers, subscribe to Kings and Dreams. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Cello Myers, are you if you're a content creator? Let me know. Drop your channel, and I'll sub to you too, man. Let's
CeeLo,
definitely.
that's the OG. CeeLo Myers is actually one of my mentors. He's one of my he could fact check anything I say. But I'm like I tell you, I was raised and grew up in the '90s. You know what I mean? So we could go outside and see masculinity. You know what I mean? It wasn't this attack
Mhm.
that we have now on masculinity. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
narrative
Right.
back then was the boys could be boys. So CeeLo
Right.
Myers was one of the guys that I really looked up to. Like he always was composed, alpha frame. You know what I mean?
Right.
Quiet. He more of a Sigma male. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's OG, man. Salute CeeLo, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And you know what? You're right because you're right because like I'm 37, so like I was born 85, and so like I was outside in the 90s in Brooklyn, so like I saw masculinity, and like it was no problem with it. Now it's like if you show too much masculinity, it's like, oh, you're a misogynist, or you know what I mean. And it's like in North America, a lot of guys have to bite their tongue. And also another thing, that's another reason why a lot of brothers travel too, because they get to be themselves. Like I mentioned, I have an apartment in Medellin, Colombia, right? And I don't bite my tongue now, but there was a time where I had to bite my tongue. But like I go over there, I'm hanging out with a woman, and she's cool with letting me be a man.
Facts.
That's
Yo,
the thing
man,
about it.
and that's the greatest feeling in the world, man. every morning I try to kiss my shorty on the head. I kiss Miss Goodbread on the head because when you're not walking on eggshells with these women,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you can take over the world. You know what I mean? Majority of our guys ain't no generational wealth in the black community because all the dudes walking on eggshells. You know what I mean? All the women is on public assistance. All the men is on child support. Ain't no That's where the generational wealth is at.
Right. No,
And that's not white supremacy either. That's not white privilege. That's not white privilege. You heard what I said? I said all the
yep.
women are on welfare and all the dads are on child support.
Yep. I got you, man. I got you. I feel you. Pathfinder eating on Earth. Freeing your mind and accepting the truth. RP or living in blissful ignorance. Yes. Okay. Figured it out. Thanks, brothers. Yeah, absolutely. Pathfinder. That is exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, brother.
Facts.
Um, yeah, man. Definitely make sure that you guys hit the Cash App, Kings and Dreams. But most importantly, subscribe to the channel. That's what I really want. Subscribe to the channel, so I can get monetized. But um, I'm gonna end this here. We probably gonna have a part two. Definitely want to get on your channel and
Definitely.
talk some more. But what are your final thoughts for this conversation today, brother? And let the people know where they can find you as well, man.
Man, it was a beautiful conversation. Whenever I can link and tribe up with the brothers, you know what I mean? I always jump on that. I always jump on that opportunity. Um, I felt right at home. I felt like I was right at the school tonight. I want to thank all of you guys that tuned in. You know what I mean? Your time is money, and y'all spent that with us tonight, and we appreciate that. And that's all I got to say. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Mr. Goodbread. You can find me on Facebook at Mr. Goodbread Scott. You know what I mean? Or you can also find me on YouTube at the Mr. Goodbread Show. Or I got my backup channel, the New School State of the Art, at the Daily Goodbread channel. I'm a hard worker. Ain't nobody finna outwork me in this YouTube space. That's why we growing as fast as we growing. Salute to my good breads. I got one of the best chats. You know what I mean? I need all y'all that's watching now to come on over to the school and join the chat. We have one of the best chats on YouTube, guys. You know what I mean? We make everybody feel right at home. We learn and then we remove the L, guys. And that's all we do. It's been real.
Absolutely, brother. Definitely appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you. Um, yeah, yeah, man. So my final thoughts on what happened, this conversation tonight. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread. Actually, interestingly enough, so I'll tell you guys a quick story. So, on Instagram, we actually met this past Saturday, and then we just decided to put this live together today. I actually didn't even plan on doing a live today, but I was like, you know what? Let me have a conversation today and see if he'll be down for it. He's down for it. Cool, man. And so one of the most important things is accountability, right? And so us as brothers, we need to make sure that we continue to hold ourselves accountable and stop blaming outside parties. Like, we need to look within ourselves. Yes, are there going to be some disadvantages because of the color of our skin? Sure. But that's the thing about it. We got to still keep on grinding, still focused, and continue to put out the best versions of ourselves. And, you know, stop always looking at the ladies, man. We got to look within ourselves. Sure. Are the ladies accountable? Absolutely. But us as men, we have to be more accountable because more is expected of us. And as men, it just is what it is, man. But I appreciate all of you guys coming out tonight. All three of my moderators showed up. I appreciate you. Tim Howard, my man Garnet Scientist, and my first original moderator, Felicia Jordan. I appreciate the three of y'all. I appreciate my brothers from the chat coming in. There were some brothers, that follow Mr. Goodbread that joined the chat, and I appreciate y'all. Definitely make sure that y'all subscribe to me, and people that are in the chat, that came from me. Make sure that you guys subscribe to Mr. Goodbread, and you will see me on this channel soon, man. And I appreciate y'all. Stay purposeful, and I'm out.